Hello, Proactive team. Today we wanted to come and share with you some tips for doing upper back stretches. We've gotten a lot of issues in the last couple of weeks with patients, a lot more neck pain, a lot more stiffness going on through the upper back and neck. And so we wanted to share some things that you can do from home. And today they're going to be really easy. No equipment, no special exercise clothes. You're just going to do them right from your chair like I'm doing here. And we're going to keep it to a quick 5 minutes. So we want it to be something that you can do really easily on your own and even just take a minute to do a few things to loosen up. So our focus is going to be on the upper back, and we are going to be thinking about our breathing when we do this. And the reason for that is your rib cage sits in your upper back. It attaches to the front here in your chest, and then the ribs attach to the back right on your spine in that upper back area. So if your breathing is a little bit stilted or difficult, you're going to have some stiffness in your back. Or if you have some stiffness in your back, it's going to make breathing more difficult. So these two things work together, and that's why we're going to be working on them together. So first thing we're going to do is check in on the breathing to see what's moving and what's not. So put one hand on your upper ribs, put the second hand on your lower ribs, and you're going to take a nice deep breath in, breathing through your nose. So in and all the way out. Breathe in again. And out. And as you're breathing, feel whether it's your upper ribs moving or whether it's your lower ribs moving. Try one more in together and make sure it's your lower hand that's doing some movement. So right through here sits your diaphragm, and it is really important that you have good movement through there and not all the breathing is happening up here. That's where your stress breathing happens, and then the neck tension. So we'll check back again on that after. Let's do some of the stretches that are going to help loosen up the back and the neck. So the first one, you're going to put your hands together and you're going to push forward with your hands, rounding your back and looking down with your head. As you do this, breathe out through your nose. And then you're going to breathe in by doing the opposite movement. So head up, arms back. And then breathe out through your nose. Breathe in. And one more time out. And in. And you might choose to do that about 10 times, but if you're just following along with the video, we'll do 3, and then we're going to move on to the next one. So next one, put your right arm up overhead. Your left arm's going to reach and grab the right wrist, and then you're going to tip over to the side as far as you can, feeling a nice stretch. Now this is for the side ribs, and as we hold it here, you're just going to breathe in through your nose and out. And continue with that 2 more times as you feel the right side of your ribs expanding and then contracting. And you should feel a good stretch on that side. And then of course we'll do the other side. So left arm up, right hand reaches for the wrist, and then tip over to the right. Breathe in through your nose and out. And when you breathe in, you should feel the outside of the ribs stretching and out. And you'll do that 3 times. Okay, so then we're going to do some rotation. There's a lot of rotation that naturally happens in the upper back, and if it's restricted, then we get some problems. So to do this, you're going to stay seated. We could do it on the ground, but sometimes we just don't feel like it. So from here is easy enough. Take your right hand and reach all the way across. You could put your hand on your left knee if that's where it reaches, or if you can reach all the way over to the side, reach down to the left and breathe out. And then breathe in as you reach up and over to the right. And then breathe out through your nose, reach over to the left. Breathe in. And out one more time. And in one more time. Good. And then we'll flip over, do the other side. So now left hand reaches down and to the right. Breathe out through your nose. Breathe in through your nose. Reach up to the left. If you're having troubles with your shoulders, when you do this, put your hand on your shoulder and you're just going to lead with the elbow. We don't need to strain your shoulders while you're doing this. So breathing out and breathing in, and then you're back up at the center. So again, we're doing these 3 times. If you want to do about 10 times on each side, that's fine, but 1 or 2 is going to do the trick as well. Last thing we're going to address is this neck portion here. So the parts that run from your shoulders up into your neck, and those can sometimes cause the headaches, especially if we're stress breathing like this. So you're going to have your shoulders down. You're going to tip your head over to the left, and your right hand is going to reach onto your chair. It's actually going to grab onto the side or maybe the front, depending on your chair, but you're going to grab on as your head tips as far as it can to the left and pull up with your hand as if you're trying to lift the chair. So you're going to tip, pull, and you should get a much better stretch through this side, much better than if you had a relaxed arm. So for this, you would hold for 30 seconds. And then in interest of time, you would switch over to the next side, head over to the right, left hand reaches down for your chair, and you're going to pull up with this arm as you're stretching here. And for the 30 seconds, just breathe through your nose, thinking about the diaphragm breathing, the lower ribs, not these upper ribs here. And that's it. That's your routine for your upper back and your neck, causing those headaches, the tension, everything that gets us stiff when we're just sitting on the couch and scrolling through the phone. So feel free to go through this again on your own, or if you want to lengthen it out, just take the exercises and do about 10 times on each side so that you're really loosening up through the upper back. Hope that helps, and we will see you again next time. Thanks.